The Iron Man by Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes was born in Yorkshire. He was a famous poet laureate. His most famous book was The Iron Man. The Iron Man came to the top of the cliff. How far had he walked? Nobody knows. Where had he come from? Nobody knows. How was he made? Nobody knows. Taller than a house, the Iron Man stood at the top of the cliff, on the very brink in the darkness. His iron ears turned this way, that way. He was hearing the sea. His eyes, like headlamps, glowed white, then red, then infrared, searching the sea. Never before had the Iron Man seen the sea. One evening, a farmer's son, a boy called Hughes, was fishing in a stream that ran down to the sea. Suddenly, he felt a strange feeling. He felt he was being watched. He felt afraid. He turned and looked up at the field to the top of the high cliff. In the dusk were two green lights. What were two green lights doing at the top of the cliff? A giant black figure, taller than a house, black and towering in the twilight, with green headlamps' eyes. Hughes ran home, shouting, "The Iron Man!" Next morning, all the farmers were shouting with anger. Where were their tractors? Where are our tractors? Their earth diggers. Where are our earth diggers? Their ploughs. Where are our ploughs? Their harrows. Where are our harrows? From every farm in the region, all the steel and iron farm machinery had gone. Where to? Who had stolen it? From farm to farm, over the soft soil of the field, went giant footprints, each one the size of a single bed. So what did they do at the bottom of the hill below where the Iron Man had come over a high cliff? They dug a deep, enormous hole. They covered the hole with branches and branches. They covered with straw and straw with soil. So when they finished, the hole looked like a freshly ploughed field. But the Iron Man did not appear. Weeks and weeks went by. He still didn't appear, but Hughes had a plan. In his pocket, among other things, he had a long nail and a knife. He took these out. Did he dare? Clink, clink, clink. The headlamp eye shone toward Hughes. Again, clink, 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 went the nail and the knife. Slowly, the Iron Man took 3 strides toward Hughes, and again stopped. Clink, 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 went the nail and the knife, and smash! The Iron Man was trapped and buried. Hughes didn't know what to feel. Did he deserve being trapped and buried? All he did was eat some metal. The Iron Man was buried underground for months and months, and everyone had forgotten about him. Then one day, an iron hand came through the ground. Then ahead, the Iron Man was back. The people took the Iron Man to the scrapyard. The Iron Man found an old car and lay down on it for a rest. The people fed all their scrap metal to the Iron Man, and he loved it. Iron Man lived happily in the junkyard. He ate everyone's old junk. He lived very happily.